Hi Sandra. Hi Chris. Hi Sharon. Can you see and hear me okay? Fantastic. How are you all? Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very pleased that you're here. Chris, change of scenery? Or have you decorated your attic? Just gonna move from one room to the other. Amazing. So I'm not losing my mind. You are in a different space now. Fantastic. So yeah, really good to see you all here. So slight change. You must have got my email that the Tuesday class will be focusing on building strength and flexibility, and we'll also prep you for the Thursday class if you want to attend both, as the Thursday class will be a little bit more intermediate slash advanced. So we will explore the peak poses that are otherwise absent from some classes that are geared towards all levels, so you can explore different depths. um, so I hope that you're as excited as I am. And another thing is that I have decided to start leaving you in Shavasana. So we will initiate and open the space together with the sound of Om, which is something that we used to do at the end of the practice. But now, as we finally land in Shavasana, I'll let you stay there and close the Zoom so you can decide how long you need to stay there. So just a pointer, I want you to come out of Shavasana when you're ready, when you feel like you have given your body the enough rest. Because sometimes, we get a longer Shavasana, sometimes not so long, and really it is the most important element of the practice, because this is when the body assimilates everything that you have practiced. So all the physical as well as the spiritual lessons, they can be compartmentalized. So for that reason, I'll be leaving you in Shavasana. I want you to come out of it in a mindful and slow way, so kind of to retain that element of reflection and quietude. So instead of just, getting up and going straight for the phone, try to do it slowly and kind of ease back into the day. Okay? Oh, oh, I did say at the beginning, maybe, yeah, it was before you joined. I just said to Sharon and Chris that this is what was going to happen. So my apologies if you thought that I abandoned you. um, Amazing. I just love that confusion. Sometimes you don't even realize you drifted off. And once what happened, I was doing a Zoom class, I was participating, and I had my earphones, but the wireless ones, and they died, the battery died in the Shavasana. So and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I couldn't hear anything, and I was just like, well, this is getting a bit weird. And then I was like, where is everyone? What's going on? So yeah, I can relate. Okay, so without further ado, find a comfortable seated position. I will meet you after the initiation of the practice. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, settle. Bring the hands at your heart, draw a big breath in. So lower your hands to any comfortable position. Keep them on your lap, on your knees, and focus on your breathing. Simply checking in with the flow of your breath. Feel your physical body. And give yourself permission to soften and to relax. Notice how your perception changes as you shift your focus on the inner experience. Whether you're a fan or not of resolutions, I think setting intentions or goals even is an appropriate thing to measure or to check the direction that you're going in. So ask yourself, why am I here today? And there are no right or wrong answers, but as soon as you hear the answer, like why you're here, why you rolled out the mat, then you can navigate through your practice on and off the mat to achieve or to come closer to whatever it is that you need. When I properly started doing yoga, it was because it was the only thing that really helped me stay focused for the duration of the class, to get out of my head and into the body. So I'm a naturally anxious person, and having something that would help me stay grounded was certainly an intention of mine. So whatever it may be for you, keep it close. So yoga must be helping or supporting you in one way or another. Is helping you reconnect with yourself. Notice on a more deeper and profound level the connection between your breath, your body, your spirit, your state of mind. So to encourage and embrace the rooting, the grounding, the coming home to yourself, start using your ujjayi breathing. So gently contract the muscles at the back of your throat to make an audible sound as you breathe in as well as out. So notice any changing sensations, however subtle, and the landscape of your physical body. Perhaps your shoulders begin to melt, some tension is released. Or maybe you stay focused on the breath rather than allowing the mind to drift away, to ruminating, reminiscing, planning. This is what minds do. But through meditation, through dharana, the focus practice on the breath and the physical practice of yoga, we rein the mind. So it's a little bit more disciplined. And I think that we all could do with a bit more of that anyway. And begin to deepen the ujjayi and lengthen it as you exhale. Continue to do that for another 30 seconds. I will let you know when it's time to release it. one more really big, deep breath in. And as you exhale, sigh out through the mouth. And you can keep the eyes closed or open as you wish, and drop one ear towards the same shoulder. If you want to, you can extend the opposite arm, perhaps lift it and drop it, just so you can feel how the sensations change. Perhaps the top of the shoulder, the side of the neck, maybe the muscles at the bottom of your cranium. Find what works for you and send your breath there. And then inhale, bring yourself back to the center, and exhale, go the other way. And listen to what the other side has got to say, and play with the position of the arm. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, this time drop the chin towards your chest. Compress it quite strongly to lengthen the back of the neck. Keep the shoulders down. Inhaling, slowly return to the middle, and as you exhale, lift the chin up. So try not to tilt the head too far back, but actually find the elongation through the throat. The next breath in, come back to the center, and then do 3 head rolls. One way. And then switch direction. Still checking in with the body. Using the breath. And our focus, releasing any tension or tightness. Come back to the center, bring the hands on your knees and begin to roll your torso. So keep the sits bones down and bring the torso forward to the side, round your back, the other side. So the slower you go, the harder it will be. Well, then you can tune into the engagement that's required in the body to allow you to come into this shape. And switch direction. Visualize what's happening in the spine and the rib cage. And try to keep the movement quite fluid. So, let go of any inhibitions. Just go mad. And then come back to the center. Pause for a moment. Bring the right fingertips down. Inhale your left arm up. So either stay here or lean. You can bring the right elbow down. I think it's too much for my lower back today. So I'm going to stay here. Keep reaching the left fingertips away from the hips. Your core is supporting the structure. Keep breathing. And then bring yourself back to the center. Pause just for a moment. Going to the other side. Inhale, right arm up. And as you exhale, then you begin to slowly descend. So regardless of how many times you've done this pose or any of the seemingly simple stuff, always be mindful of how you enter, because your body feels different every day. We don't want to aggravate something, by accident. Breathe into the side of your ribs. And then slowly come back to the center. Shake your arms. Let's move over into all fours. So bring the knees together, a hip distance apart, whatever works best for you. Fingers are spread wide. And first of all, press your hands down into the mat. Press through the knees, the shins, the tops of your feet. So as though you could send roots through where your body comes in contact with the mat. Gentle core engagement. And breathe here. With the next breath in, come into cow, dragging your chest through, lifting the tailbone up, and exhale, push the mat away, round your back. So twice more. Inhale, wave the spine through, and exhale, arch it. So inhale, come through, and stay here. So pressing down through the hands, drop your belly lower, hook the shoulder blades against the back of your ribs, and as though you could drop the belly all the way to the mat. So inviting activation through the muscles in the back line of your body, opening through the heart. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, push the mat away and into cat. We're going to stay here. So spread your shoulder blades, allow them to wrap around your body. Squeeze your core, push from the shoulders and breathe. Gently squeeze the thighs and glutes together and hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Come back to the middle. So neutral back, extend through the right leg. And first of all, just feel so that you have a straight line. So we're not like arching, but at the same time, you're not rounding through the lower back. Just aim to have a straight line, or ish. So it's more about what you feel in the lower back. And just hold it here for a moment. And now come into cow. So drop your belly, drag your chest through, and lift the back leg as high as you can. So you should feel the engagement in all the muscles around your spine. Breathe into your chest. And hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Come back to neutral. Drop your hips low. Briefly child's pose. You can extend your arms or bring them wherever it feels good. Allow your back to rest for a moment. Support your head or drop it down. Allow your hips to relax and the back muscles to lengthen. Then inhale, bring yourself back up, switching to the other side. So first of all, aim for a straight line. Engage your core, your lower back, and keep the hip closed. So notice how that feels. And then into cow. So dropping the chest, lifting the back leg as high as you can. Tone your belly and push through the hands. So you want to keep the chest open. The breath is flowing freely. All is good. Keep a calm mind. Number 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Slide back for child's pose. This time keep the knees as wide as your mat. Sink your hips low. Bring the forehead down. So compare how this child's pose feels just what's different, not necessarily which one is better or worse, just what's present. Relax through the hips, through your thighs, your groin. And then inhale, lift back up into all fours, keeping the knees quite wide. So we're going to go through a little movement. Don't worry how far or like how low you can bring the hips. We're just trying to open through this area. So from wide-legged child's pose, you're going to come forward and drop your hips down, opening through the chest. So like a cobra / tadpole variation. And as you exhale, you roll back down. So inhale, come forward. And exhale, come back. So keep going at your own pace, following your breath, trying to actively reach down with the hips. It's not one of the easiest or nicest feelings, but it does wonders for the hips. So meet the discomfort, the challenge, head on. You can do it. I can do it. Find your ujjayi breathing if you've lost it. That will certainly help you stay more attuned to the sensations instead of trying to run away from them. Get to know them just a few more times. One last time. Your hips will thank you for it. And then bring the knees together. Tuck your toes under and inhaling, lift up into downward dog. So pedal your feet. Keep them more or less hip distance apart. And feel the length through your back. So bend your knees, lift the sits bones up, and then melt the heels down. Observe and feel any tension or tightness. Spend a few breaths here, breathing deeply and fully, allowing the body to settle. No strain, no force, just feel and breathe. Draw your navel closer to the spine to find that core support. And then slowly, as though you're moving through honey, begin to walk your feet towards your hands. And bend your knees as much as you need to. And when you get there, fold over the legs. Relax through the arms. Gently shake your head. Yes, yes, no, no. And breathe into the back of your heart. Then shift the hips up to gently straighten through the legs. Don't worry if your hamstrings are like, maybe not now. Just go only as far as you feel like you're reaching the edge, not pushing past it. Another cycle of breath here. Tip your weight onto the balls of your feet and engage your thighs to support your hamstrings. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands on shins. And exhale, fold, tuck your chin towards your chest. Bending the legs generously, roll yourself all the way up into extended mountain. Reach up. Exhale, hands at heart. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, leading with your chest. Follow the downward energy. Inhale, decompress the spine, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, extended. And exhale, hands up hard. One more round of half sun salutes. Inhale, right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, Tadasana Samasthiti. We're adding on. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant your hands. Step into down dog. 3 rounds of breath. So feel the strength in your hands and the shoulders. And the space between your vertebrae. Your spine is long. With the next inhalation, roll over into plank or stay on the knees. Push the mat away. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze your glutes. And hold it here for 3, 2, 1. With the knees up or down, shift all the way onto your belly. Hands by your low ribs. Push up into cobra. Roll the shoulders back and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. That's it. Exhale, come down. Twice more. Roll the shoulders down. Use the muscles in your back to push up. Exhale, lower. And one more time. Breathe into your heart. And exhale, transition over into down dog. Through all fours or plank, whatever works for you. Then step, walk or jump your feet towards your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up, extended mountain. Exhale, bring the hands at your heart and close your eyes. Just for 3 rounds of breath. Notice the changing sensations. Perhaps you're feeling a bit warmer now. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Lengthen your exhalation if you feel that your breath is rapid, perhaps shallow. And bring to mind your intention. Why are you here today? Open your eyes. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, step into down dog. 3 rounds of breath. Wrap the shoulder blades around your upper back. Keep the navel in. Relax your neck. And rooting down through the left foot. Inhale your right leg up. 3-legged dog. So focus more on rooting down through the left foot rather than how high you bring the right leg. Keep the navel in, press evenly through the hands. And breathe. Keep your mind calm and steady. It's all good. Now lift the right foot just a little bit higher, keeping the hips square. And exhale, roll through plank and step the foot between the hands. So settle here, drop the hips low. And inhale, rise up to Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So if balance seems to be an issue, you can walk the front foot slightly out, so that gives you a bit more space to balance. Then sink your hips low. Bring the arms over your head or in your hips, at your heart, wherever you feel most stable and wherever you want to be. I'm going to stay here for 2 rounds of breath. There's always an option to stay with the knee down. Just sink the hips forward and down. And then bring the hands down, frame the foot, step back into down dog. Pause to feel the difference in sides. Switching, inhale, left leg up. Emphasize grounding through the right foot. Be aware of any thoughts that are going through your head, any emotions. Breathe them out. Another breath in here. And then exhale, step the foot between the hands. Again, find where you want to be with the knee down or up. Inhale, rise up, arms over the head or hands at heart. Breathe deeply. Ground down as you exhale. Practicing equanimity, just taking in the experience, not judging it, not placing value. Take another breath in. And exhale, frame the foot, step back into plank. Push from the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down and lower all the way onto your belly. Hands on the mat beside you, feet together. As you inhale, lift your torso up and maybe you join the legs. Shalabhasana, the locust pose. Keep breathing into your chest, feeling that fire rising in the body. Another breath in. And exhale, release. Hands by your low ribs. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Opening through the chest. And as you exhale, push back into down dog. 2 breaths. Connect with your ujjayi. Walk, step or jump your feet towards your hands. Exhale, forward fold. So either stay in forward fold, or if you want to, you can grab hold of your big toes. Inhale, straighten the back, so half lift. And as you exhale, using the strength of your core, you fold over the legs, your elbows come out to the sides. It's like this. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. This is testing your flexibility. And if it's questionable, it's fine. That's why you're here. If it feels great, then there's something else you probably need to work on. Focus on the inner experience. Then inhale, half lift. Release your toes. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up all the way, extended mountain. Exhale, Samastitihi. Moving on, inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale into down dog. Rooting down through the left foot, inhale, right leg up, 3-legged dog. Hold it here, feel the architecture of the pose. Breathe in. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. This time, spin on the back foot and drop the heel down. So when you look at your feet, the front heel meets the arch of the back foot. And inhale, come up to standing. So check your alignment. Does it feel manageable? Extend your arms out. And then re-bend the front leg for Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So aim to keep the knee over the ankle. And it's like you roll that thigh out to open through the hips and the groin. The right knee is tracking towards the pinky toe side of the foot. and you press strongly down into the mat, deepening the connection with the earth, feeling that strength and letting the fire burn. Then flip your right palm up and then reverse your warrior, left hand down, right arm up. The weight is still on the right leg. That's it. Keep breathing. I know it's hard. I'm doing it with you. And then inhale back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Then lean forward, keeping both legs straight. And then when you feel like this is it, this is enough for my legs or my shoulders, then you can bring the right hand down and left arm up for Trikonasana. So you can gently rest the right hand on the shin. Try not to use it, just to chill out here. So there's engagement in the core that's keeping you here. But there's time and place if you want to relax. I can't come over. Find as much length through both sides of your body. Keep pressing down through the feet, just a little bit longer. And then inhale, come back up to standing. Rebend the front leg and lift the back heel. So we're in this Anjaneyasana shape again. Inhale, bring the arms over the head. And exhale, open through the chest, pushing it through, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Be mindful of your balance. So twice more. Inhale, arms over the head. And exhale, open the chest. One more time. Breathe in. And out. Frame the foot. Step back into plank. Push the mat away, squeeze the legs and breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Whichever you like, lower down onto your belly. Hands by your low ribs. Inhale into cobra. And exhale, transition into down dog, moving mindfully. Deliberately. Root down through the right foot. Inhale, left leg up. Notice any differences. Press evenly through both hands. So next, exhale, step the left foot between the hands. So drop the back heel down. And inhale, come up to standing. So check if you've got your warrior two feet alignment. So I've got lines on my mat, so it's easier. So I'm kind of cheating. Extend your arms. Reach them into opposite directions. And then rebend the front leg. So look where your knee has landed. So that's probably your natural propensity. Or like your body's tendency to go a certain way. We aim to track it to the outside of the foot to open through the hips. Sing them low. Feel that. And breathe. Set your drishti, so your focus through the index and middle fingers. Press down strongly through both feet. And flip your left palm up. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Also known as the peaceful warrior. So embody that state of tranquility and peace, even though it's a tough pose. And then inhale back to warrior two, straighten the front leg. And lean forward. When your legs are like, this is enough, then you bring the left hand down and right arm reaches up towards the sky. You can always use a block to bring the floor closer to you. Keep the core engaged. So keep squeezing through the belly. Your navel's close to the spine. Roll the chest up towards the ceiling. So all is good. It's hard, but you've showed up. You're trying. Beautiful. And then inhale, come back to warrior two. Lift the back heel, Anjaneyasana shape. Arms over the head. Exhale, open through the chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open your heart. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Frame the foot. Step back into plank. Hold it. Use your entire body to lift up. And remember, it doesn't get easier, but you get stronger. Each time, each second, each breath, you get stronger. Lower all the way down. Hands beside your thighs. Inhale, roll the shoulders. Maybe lift the feet for locust pose. 2 breaths. Breathe and feel. And lower down. Hands by your low ribs and push yourself up and down into child's pose, whatever variation. Allow yourself to rest, to reconnect with your breath. Soften through the hips. Notice where you can feel the breath. And inhale, bring yourself up to seated. So come on into a toe stand. I know you love it. And you haven't done it in such a long time. Making sure that the pinkies are also down. And bring the hands at your heart. Take a really deep breath in. And a slow breath out. 2 more. Inhale. And release. One more. In. And out. If you want to, you can come onto your hands and gently pat your feet if you felt like something has happened. And we come back. This isn't over. Round 2. So cross your right arm under the left, so more or less where the elbows meet, and bring the right hand close to your face. So then you bend the left one and you try to bring them together. If they come, like if your palms can touch, it's great. If not, don't worry. I'm sure some magic is still happening for your shoulders. So sitting on your heels, if it gets too challenging, you can lift them up. Wrap your shoulder blades around your upper back so you can feel the stretch through the muscles there. Bring the hands away from your face and lift your elbows up. So breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. One more. And gently release. You can shake them out. The other side. So left arm underneath the right. And see if you can double wrap. One side usually feels a bit more open than the other. Don't worry, over the years it will even out. Ish. It will never feel the same. And again, round your upper back, lift your arms up. And notice where you feel any density, like blockages. Keep your mind and breath calm. And send your breath to where you feel any restrictions. Another round of breath. And gently release. Shake your arms out. Release your feet. I could feel it this time. And come down onto your bum with your right leg extended. Left foot is by the inner thigh. Janushirshasana. I always thought that it was more like a hamstring stretch, but actually it's a hip opener. But if you have tight hamstrings, you're not going to feel the hip opening challenge or part of the pose. So keeping the right foot flexed, press through the back of the right knee and bring the fingertips down so you can lengthen through the spine and open through the chest. If you need to elevate your hips, like sit on a blanket or a cushion or whatever to help you with the forward tilt in your pelvis, then go for it. That's why we have props. If you feel okay, then as you exhale, leading with your chest, folding at your hips, you begin to walk your hands towards your right foot. So try to keep the chest square over the right leg. Press through the left knee down and just reach your limit. Don't push past it. Try to blur it. So if you hold the pose for a time, and you breathe deeply and fully, you communicate to your body, to your nervous system, that it doesn't need to tense. It can relax. And I'm not saying that you'll be able to do lotus like that just because you breathe deeply, but it's a process, and we facilitate the bodily opening through conscious breathing. You can round your back as much as you want to, fold over the leg. 2 rounds of breath here. And then inhaling slowly, walk yourself back up. Bring the left knee up and cross it over the right knee. So like this. If you feel fine here, you can just stay here, hugging the left knee. Or if you want to, you can bend the right leg so the foot is close to your left bum cheek. So you're in this like a pretzel shape. Just see what feels better. Again, for any seated postures, if you have tight lower back or hamstrings, then you can use anything to elevate the hips. It's a game changer. So wherever you are, press down through the left big toe. So this way you draw the left hip down, and with the right arm, hug the left thigh. And if this is okay, you feel the twist, you feel some contraction in your torso, in your core, then focus on your breath. If you want to, you can twist deeper, pressing down through the fingertips down, or even lift your right arm and hook the elbow over the knee. So in twisting, we want to cut off some blood supply to our organs, so then when we release, they get flooded with blood, and that helps to move the lymphatic fluid that keeps us healthy if it's flowing. So because of this contraction, breathing is restricted, so even more so, focus on breathing into your back body. And then gently release. Twist the other way, but only like 30%. And unravel. I'm switching sides. So this time, left leg out, right foot in. And first of all, check in, how is your right knee feeling about this? Because the rest of the body might be keen, but you know, with knees, they're quite, I don't know, tricky, and they don't always want to cooperate, or they just seem like really sensitive, but they're part of our bodies, we need to honor what they want. So find the right angle for you. Then turn towards the left leg, foot is flexed, lengthen through your back, and as you exhale, slowly fold. Keep pressing down through the right knee, but without using your hands. Just find the strength in the muscles in the hip. And see if with each exhalation you can fold more deeply, but without straining, without struggling. So find a balance between, you know, grace and grit. You can fold over around the back and just hang here for a couple of breaths. When you're ready, breathing in, slowly come back up. Using your right hand, bring the knee up and cross the right leg over the left. So, you know, you can bring it closer to your thigh, to the knee, but wherever you can cross it, you're still going to come to a twist. So make the pose work for you. Because quite often, people think that you use the body to get into the pose, but the yogic philosophy teaches us that we use the pose to get into the body, to focus on the inner experience. So either stay here or bend the left leg. Root down through the right hip and hug the right thigh. So keep the spine long. Push the torso into the thigh. Maybe bring the right hand behind you. Remember, all twists come from your core, so squeeze your belly to facilitate this motion. And then maybe you can lean back, reach with the arm and hook the elbow over the knee. Whatever emotions come up, acknowledge them and then let them pass. Maybe not so much now, but I remember that twists, I found twists always really frustrating, because not only is it so hard to breathe in them, but it just seems like so unnatural to go this way. And then slowly release, unravel, and come onto your back. So slowly roll yourself down with control. Bring the feet fairly close to your bum, preparing for bridge. And then as you inhale, pushing the feet down, bring the hips all the way up. So finding a stretch through the thighs, your hips, a little bit through the front of your body. So you can use the glutes, your hamstrings to lift your hips higher, but see where you want to be, where it feels most nourishing. As you next exhale, slowly bring yourself all the way down and pause. We'll come into the pose once more time. So you can either just do this version, or as you inhale, lift up, interlace the fingers and walk the shoulders in, which will allow a deeper opening through your chest. Keep squeezing the thighs in. Breathe into any areas that feel restricted or tight. Three more rounds of breath. And then release your hands, and one vertebra at a time. Bring yourself all the way back down. Feet as wide as your mat. Allow the knees to knock in. Constructive rest pose. Bring one of your hands to your chest, the other one in your belly, and close your eyes. Connect to the physical sensations of your breath. Perhaps you can feel your heartbeat. And recall your intention. And allow it to illuminate your heart so you can connect with it on a deeper level. So it's like a beacon. Let it guide you through the practice on your mat and off the mat. And allow this spark, this ember, to keep the spark of inspiration. To support you on your journey of strength. And then slowly release your arms and legs out to the sides. Prepare for Shavasana if you've got eye pillow, socks, jumpers, whatever it might be. Just go get it now. Just so you can dial up the indulgence here. So Shavasana is like nothing else. It's the active rest where you remain awake or somewhat awake. We've all been there. But you consciously intend to rest and for the body to integrate the teachings, the lessons you have practiced on the mat. It's like you allow the dust to settle. I don't know if that's a positive connotation in this context, but you know what I mean. So letting go of engagement, simply be with your breath, be with your body. Allow the energy to settle. Feeling the flow of prana, the life force energy. As you go through the days, we go through various encounters. Good and not so good things happen to us, and quite often we hold on to them. So emotionally, mentally, sometimes this can translate to physical grips and tension in the body. So as you practice, you give yourself permission, you allow yourself to feel all that, to kind of re-experience all that so you can process it in a healthy way. So then instead of keeping blockages in the body, you shift that energy and now allowing yourself to rest in a mindful and conscious way. You bring yourself back home and into a state of equilibrium. Notice how your breath feels. Check in with your headspace and your physical body. Compare to what's now to the beginning of the practice, simply as an observation. Has anything changed? Shifted? There's an old saying in Tibetan Buddhism which says that knowledge must be burned, hammered and beaten like pure gold. Then you can wear it like an ornament. So I'll leave you with this food for thought. Express gratitude for your body, for your efforts, for showing up. Because there really is no magic. It's your effort. It's your determination. It's your presence.